I give groups on Wednesday afternoons. I give peer-to-peer leadership, recovery support services. I give people rides. I take them to work with me and show them how to do a job. My volunteer work keeps me clean, keeps me coming back, keeps me centered. I think one of the greatest volunteer moments that I've had is getting to watch the light come on in participants' eyes, getting to see them get a little bit of hope in a situation that seems hopeless to them. You know, if you work with these kids and you show them that life is possible out there, not always going to be easy, but it works. You know, I keep coming back so that I can show other people that my life started in a dismal place, in a very dark spot, and it's now a wonderful thing.
I like Kelly Tuck as a volunteer because she's freaking amazing. And all her groups are real. They're about real life situations.
Favorite volunteer is Tim Alexander. He runs the men's group here and is able to engage everybody individually. I'd like to see more experience in what they're talking about, more puppies. The volunteers make a big impact on my recovery because I see that they're willing to come and do this, not for money, but for the better of people that were struggling with the same thing they were struggling with and still struggle with.
I had no idea how important it was going to become to me until I was doing it for a little while. It's changed my life. I was trying to explain to someone, to the group actually, you know, what faith is. And there was someone in here who didn't believe in any kind of higher power, was completely self-will. She just said, all right, I'll try it. And after a month, she came to me and I could just see she was different. She was smiling, happy. She's got a few months clean now. And it was just watching the miracle happen. If you've got some life experience with any kind of addiction and you're on the other side of it, you're living in the solution, these guys can't get enough. They're desperate to hear the solution and to hear some experience, and you get back 1,000 times more than what you give. It'll change your life.
My favorite volunteer is Paxton. He makes groups interesting, they're relevant.
My favorite volunteer is Mike Mason. I really like the experience, strength, and hope that he brings and shares with his group, and how he takes like a personal interest in every participant.
So I do groups here once a week, and I do a lot of like one-on-one with the girls, and then just on my days off, coming up here and giving back. It helps me stay clean. To watch participants overcome like obstacles in their life, it's definitely rewarding. So I would tell them to definitely come up to the church, talk to one of the staff members here, and spend some one-on-one time with the participants. Talk to these men and women, and like they need people. They need people that they can teach them how to get jobs or balance a checkbook. They need, you know, people that can help them stay clean.
My favorite volunteer was Phyllis, because before I came to McShin, I went to jail and I read the Bible a lot, and then when I came here, it was available to me through Phyllis to continue connecting to my higher power. And then when I got violated, I had to go back to jail, and she actually wrote me a letter, and I was very emotional just realizing that someone actually cared enough to do so, and realized how much that would affect me.
My favorite volunteer here would have to be Tracy. She does the women's groups. She's very motivational. She's very one-on-one at the same time, but it gets to everybody else at the same time. She brings the energy. She gets to the topic. She gets straight to the point. I love it. I love her. I love to see like other volunteers come in and connect. People that come in and kind of understand where we're at. Understand that we're all at different stages right now.
I usually meet up with a couple guys every week, and we end up just going out for coffee or maybe get a quick bite to eat, go to the museum, take a walk along the river, whatever, and the whole time we're sharing with each other. I'm telling them about my situation and my son's passing away from an overdose, and they're telling me about their situations, and we just try to help each other. I see a little bit of my son in everybody I meet here. And I always look to see the good things, because they're the memories of my son, and everybody here just needs to realize how good they are and how important they can be to themselves and to other people. The epidemic that's out there is just mind-boggling, and every one of these kids deserves a better chance and a break. And if we're there just as a little bit of support or help, because they've got to do it on their own, but they've also got to have a support system. And you have to look at it that way. You can't look at it to say, oh, I'm going to feel good if I do this or whatnot. It's not about us, it's about them.
I would say my favorite is probably Moses.
I'd have to say Moses.
I'd say Moses. Seems to kind of help me think about things differently. I come up to a better understanding of why my thoughts are like that.
He is the first person here that could really get me to identify what I was feeling emotionally.
These groups with him are very uplifting. It gives a lot of hope to recovery and the opportunity of, living a successful life and giving back to others.
My name is Brandon. I volunteer at McShin every Friday, 9:15 to 10:15. I run a men's group. I share my experience, strength, and hope, and answer any questions that they might have, and just chalk it up with them. It helps keep me clean, and it helps me bring the message to the newcomers or people that are willing to hear what I have to say. It's an hour of your day, man. Give it up. It's worth it, because in the long run, it helps keep you clean, and you never know, something you might say saves the newcomer.
I've heard people say numerous times after we've lost someone to this disease, I wish I could have done more, or I should have paid more attention. The reality is you have the opportunity to do so now, before they're gone.